Hey, what's up, CPNG? This is Lewis Jones III, the host of the Cool People's Networking Group. Again, we're starting our live series right here with the Liberty Place. Go ahead and take it around so you guys can get some scenery. This is how you know we're in Philadelphia. Right when we're doing the Liberty Place interviews. But on today, this wonderful Saturday afternoon, I was blessed. Hey, how you doing? Blessed to have the privilege to have author Kalina Harrison, and we're going to conduct an interview with her. And if you guys even have some questions towards the interview or during the interview, you guys could ask. But what's taking place is we do this segment so we can pump and promote people in the area, people involved with the group, so you guys can basically get the word out about your brand. So we're going to have a great time. We've been busting it up right now. So we're going to go ahead and introduce Miss Kalina Harrison. Hey, Kalina. So this is great. This is a great moment. I met Miss Harrison at Shanice Allison's event, and Shanice Allen has a spot over there on Germantown Avenue. She rents it out. She's a very talented lady. She does taxes. And I met Kalina because I found out like she does author work. She does scribes, and she's big on affirmations. Kalina, go ahead and introduce yourselves and tell us where you're from. Tell us what you've done in the city that you're from and everything and all that good stuff. Miss Kalina Harrison, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, thank you for having me, Lou. It's always an honor and a privilege to be with you and on your events and everything. So I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. Literally like around the same area like T.I.'s from and everything y'all see on like, not the new Atlanta, but the old Atlanta. I'm from the west side of Atlanta, southwest Atlanta to be specific, and the Black Mecca. That's where I'm from.
Okay. That's what's up. Now, when it comes to business, what do you identify with and what do people call you like regarding your business? Are you an author? Are you a networker?
People refer to me as an author and a content writer, a professional writer, creative writer, content writer, and author.
Okay. Now, right there, I see a book that you have. Go ahead and hold it up to the camera. Now, what's the name of this book?
Written Visions Coming to Fruition.
Okay. Now tell us a little bit about that book.
So this book is an A to Z affirmation guide. I tell you about my failures because unfortunately I was fired from the Weather Channel, and so I was like, OMG, how am I going to ever come out of that mindset of being a failure? So I realized I'm not a failure. That was just an experience of my life. It was part of my journey, but still I had to graduate from it. So I tell you how I use affirmations to help me graduate from failure and help me affirm success in my life.
Okay, that's what's up. So, like talking to you in general, I come to find out that you offer professional services. What are those professional services that you have and that you add to people?
I'm a blogger, so I do ghost blogging for a lot of clients here in Philadelphia, and also remotely. I have clients in, I even have an England client. I have clients in Arizona, California, Atlanta, of course, South Carolina, just all around the country, and hopefully the world soon. So I do content writing, email marketing, ghost writing. I write research papers, and I also help college students to develop a more professional writing style so their professors can grade it and they get great grades. So I do that as well. Business plans are my bread and butter right now too, because a lot of people are starting businesses, but they don't know what it really takes to start. They have no format, no guide, so they fail easily. So to prevent that from failing, I mean, failure is going to come, but to prevent it from happening so soon or happening at all, then I help them to write a foolproof business plan.
Okay. Now, regarding that, you talked a little bit about your clients. Who are your like ideal clients, or what are the ones that you have right now? What's the demographic?
My current clients are amazing. First off, I mean, my clients, they respect my business, they respect, my work, they love my work, and they refer me a lot because my business survives off of referrals right now. My current client is between 30 and 65, black and white. I've had some white clients, I've had some black clients. Mostly women, a few men here and there. Right now I'm dealing with more personal brands, and I want to go with B2B, so business to business brands, or even business to customer brands to have a wider customer base, because I want to target people who have that budget to retain me for 8 to 12 months to provide them content, not just, you know, a one-off service. So definitely creating my bandwidth to do that.
Okay, excellent. So you seem to be big on affirmations.
Yes.
There's definitely a wave of positivity, which is needed out here in the
Yeah.
world today. So things that come to mind when it comes to affirmations, like visualization, speaking things, writing things, doing all types of things to like bring things into fruition. How do you feel about that?
I mean, to me, it's like prayer. You know, it's like you have to write down what you want. You have to write it down, because if it's not written, it's not real. When you write it, your RAS, and research what your RAS is, it focuses on that goal, so your mind begins to see it. And what your mind can see, that's where you're going to go forward to. What you're going to go forward to is going to come to you. So it's similar to the law of attraction too. All right.
Okay.
So when you write these things down, your mind focuses on it. Your thoughts become your actions. So you do what you're thinking about.
Okay. Now, regarding the clients and everything like that, what can a person who comes to you, what can they expect, and what do you expect out of them? And what, basically, what I'm saying is, what can they get from coming to you that they can't get in another place as well?
Okay. So you answer my USP, my unique selling purpose proposition. So what you will not get with anyone else that you will get with Creative Scribes is a person who can literally channel your voice to a near T. You know, I'm really able to ask you questions to really delve into your thought process. And once I understand what your thought process is, then I can articulate that. I can build a framework around it. I really take research serious, because everything has to be fact-based. I fact-base every single thing that I write. I can assure you that it's been proven. I give you review articles and things like that. And I add my own pizzazz. I add some alliteration, as well as just different writing techniques that you can't find anywhere else. It's only within me. Right? And when I ask you these questions, I ask you what your goals are. So I write to your goals. I'm literally writing for you. I'm not writing for what Kalina would want to read. I'm writing for what your client would want to read, or the person who is reading it. One of my clients was seeking a large sum of money for his business, and he got the money. One of my clients, she'd been looking to get more contacts through social media for her business, and she ended up getting it after she started working with me. Another client wanted to become a professional author. After she started working with me, we got her self-published and everything like that. So what you can expect. Get your ROI 1,000 times over.
Okay. And you're an LLC?
Yes.
Okay, so that's great. You hear that, guys? That makes everything official and everything like that. So I think that's great about you being an author, as you come in contact with all types of people and everything like that. Do you believe in having accountability partners? And when I say accountability partners, I mean like people who hold you accountable for the type of goals and beliefs and dreams that you have. And what's like the process you would like regarding that?
My favorite accountability partner is PFCU, that's Philadelphia Federal Credit Union, because, but seriously, it's PICO, it's PGW, it's a lifestyle that I envision myself living. I love to travel. So fortunately, God has blessed me to be able to travel around the world. That's my accountability. My goals are my accountability. I do believe accountability partners help, but when you have great friends who, you know, just really encourage you, I think that's better. Sometimes people feel overwhelmed.
Oh, she's an author.
Sometimes people feel overwhelmed with having to hold somebody accountable with their goals. So I don't want to put that stress on anyone where it becomes a job to them. But I do think that when you just tell your friends and you say, hey, you know, Lou, I'm going to have this event on this day. Are you coming out? They're going to hold you accountable, because you've invited them to that. So, you know, I mean, personally, me, I have a few, but they're really my friends.
Okay. Well, working your way up to this modern day and time, let's backtrack a little bit about some of the things that you did regarding the things that you did like in college. Like elaborate a little bit more, like the things that we talked about off camera, like Kalina's Corner and everything like that.
Yes, so my major in college, first of all, I went to the illustrious Claflin University in Orangeburg, South Carolina, and I had a TV show on campus. We had a closed circuit campus, and so I will host field and in-studio interviews, interviewing people about domestic violence, about martial arts programs, about entrepreneurship, about anything going on in the community or on campus, because I'm really big about human interest events. And one thing some people don't know about me is that in high school, my senior year, I actually did an experiment where I lived in a homeless shelter for 2 or 3 days because I wanted to learn what it was like to be in a community where people look down on you because you can't afford something right now, you know. And so that really did help to break down my ego and help me to really relate without looking at myself being above. So that was really good. So that's how we developed my love for human interest stories and things like that. In college, I'm a Delta, so I pledged Delta Sigma Theta, sorority incorporated.
Okay.
I was also really big in community service in college as well. And that was my college life. It was awesome.
Okay. So what inspired you to become an author and to write? And like, do you have any authors that you hold to like high esteem or high regard?
Absolutely. So I started writing when I was about 12 years old. And so I remember just writing poems and giving them to the bus driver or my mom or my teacher or people in my community. And I remember Congressman John Lewis, he had come to my community and I read a poem for him. I would read, like, people would just know that's what I did, so they would always ask. You know, they want to put children on the spot, you know, they encourage them and things like that. So that's really how I started the foundation of it. I knew I was going to be an author, and so I started doing slam contests. I was a really excellent spoken word artist.
She does poets, y'all. She did poets for us at the poets panel over at Shanice Spot. She killed it.
Yes, it was amazing. And so I was really heavy in the spoken word industry when I was a teenager. Definitely in college as well. And so my favorite poet is Georgia Mee, Tamika Harper. She hails from Atlanta, Georgia. Actually, she's from the same neighborhood as I am. Well, same district rather. And she's international. So I saw her traveling around the world doing spoken word. And that's an underdog industry. So she was doing spoken word, you know, going to New Zealand, going to South Africa, you know, just living her life. And I was like, you're an entrepreneur and a writer? And she was like, yeah. So I said, you know what, that's what I'm going to be. I'm going to be an entrepreneur and a writer. So that's kind of how it happened.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's excellent. So regarding that, we talked about accountability partners and everything like that. From the past events that you have, what are some indicators for success and like parameters for progress? Meaning like the events that you had, what are some of the things that you're proud of that they got from coming to you?
OMG. So the support, I'm not from Philadelphia. I moved to Philadelphia in August of 2015. And I'll tell that story in a second about why I moved here. But when I moved here in August of 2015, I literally had nothing. And I knew that it wasn't going to be that way forever. But I was like, okay, how can I contribute? And so I knew that if I was writing, if I was speaking to people, networking, that would help. So I went to different networking events and I started meeting people. So I said, you know, I can have my own networking event. So my first event was Scribe for Success, where we literally wrote our goals and we pasted magazine covers like inserts inside of a composition book.
They're giving you shout outs. Sidamani is giving you a nice testimony.
Oh, Sue, yes, I helped Sue. I can't wait to see her book drop. Her book is going to be awesome. But going back to Scribe for Success, that event was in 2017 and actually got to meet some really dope entrepreneurs. Keisha Watley, you know, Keisha, I Make Everything Beautiful. I had my event at her place, the Studio on Hoarder. Coco, Onisha is so freaking amazing.
Oh yeah, we went to the Q show with her.
Yeah, I met her at the Q show. I had already been following her on social media, but I met her in person at the Q show. So it was amazing. So I mean, I had a really good turnout, Scribe for Success. And people were telling me about the things they wrote down in their journals, how it really started coming to life. So they were able to see it's not just for Kalina, it's for anybody who writes this down, okay? That was in 2017. I had a networking event with a friend. That was awesome. We did some vendor relations, so people were able to make some money, you know, and network. Also, my most recent event was Demand Your Dollars, and that event was one of my favorites. So we used, her name is Monique Pines, and she's a black woman, owns the building of her art studio, and it's called Art Rage's Brush and Flow Art Studio. And Demand Your Dollars, it talks about demanding success and wealth from yourself. And I have a book that accompanies it. It's called From Motivation to Activation. And that book is basically telling you, get out of being motivated. Motivation is for losers. If you're motivated, you're not going to succeed because you're not activating it. You need to know how to activate your success, not just live in inertia. How are you going to get from, whoo, I love success, this person's successful, they're going to help me, blah, blah, blah. You get home on your own, you don't do anything. I can't do this. I can't do that. I'm just not good enough. You never activated. So yeah, you're motivated, but you're not activated.
Well, let's hit on that. How, all right, taking away emotionalism and everything like that, how do people basically hold themselves not only accountable, but how do people like hit their goals instead of like the hype, like we talked about earlier? Like if you're frustrated with something or like that, how do you keep the fuel going for your fire without getting emotional? But even when you like don't feel like doing something, like how do people like stay accountable to your goals? Would you like attest that to writing or affirmations and goal setting?
I attest that to the people who's counting on me. You know, if I don't feel like doing something, it breaks my heart for me to know that somebody is counting on me and I'm not delivering for them. You know, and I'm like, I have to keep my word to myself so I can keep my word to someone else.
Okay.
You know, I have to keep my word to myself so I can keep my word to someone else. And then too, so many people have sacrificed so that I can do this. You know, so many people have just sacrificed, like Harriet Tubman, she's one of my heroes. You know, this girl is out here risking her life so we can be free, and I'm sad I don't feel like doing something. I do get like that sometimes. I do, a lot of times.
A lot of people do.
You know, I don't let that overshadow what the end goal is. And one of my sorors said it best. You know, think about the end goal. Look at that end goal. How are you going to feel when it's done? Now think about how you're going to feel now. How are you going to feel when it's done?
Okay.
So think about the end result. And just affirm yourself. Say, I can do it. I write on my mirror, like Mary Jane Paul. I write on my mirror. Kalina, you can do this. Kalina, I continue to affirm myself. Okay. So, and meditation and prayer. Meditation and prayer really does help me too.
Yoga?
Yeah, yoga. And see, I got to do better exercising. That is one of my weak spots. I do not exercise nearly enough, but yoga does help a lot. I need to do it more.
Well, yeah, that's most people. That's why we have to have accountability partners and also like your own goals and parameters and stuff like that to remind you that, yo, I had to set this goal. So this is great. So, bam, you got customers, clientele. So from what you noticed, and this is where the point professional comes in at, getting the people to like stay involved in their goals and to make sure that they hit it. Let's deal with frustration. Like, bam, I'm frustrated. I don't want to do this project no more. It's just like artists, like, bam, I'm gonna start this banging art project. All right, I don't want to do it no more. It's not hot. How do you get a person to the finish line regarding like their frustration and like staying the tech in the flow? What's up, Michael?
First of all, let me applaud Lou on his awesome interviewing skills. This is a really great interview. Thank you for these questions. But to answer that, I would tell them, you must have money to just give me. You must like giving me money. You just wanted to give me your money. You didn't want anything in return. And so I kind of put the ball in their court and let them know, this is a process. I'm in this process with you. A lot of my clients get discouraged easily. And so I tell them, you know, you can do it. You can do it. I'm with you. You can do it. Even if I wasn't with you, you can do it. But because you hired me to help you, we're going to see this through. And that's how we help each other. You know, if they're weak or they're feeling discouraged, then that's my goal to say, okay, that's my time to say, you can do it. We're going to get this done, period. I don't accept excuses at all.
Oh, that's good. Do you ever have to catch yourself sometimes from crossing the line and being too hard on them? Or does it really matter? Does it matter?
I'm very aggressive naturally, and a lot of my clients appreciate that about me because they know they're going to get what they're paying for. You know, they know that their goals are going to be met. So a lot of my clients appreciate me staying on them, and it's really strategizing. I get them strategies. You know, one of my clients, I didn't even know that he was endorsing me like he was, but he was telling his friends about my question skills, you know, my not interviewing skills, but my inquisitiveness and how that helped him to realize some things in his goals that he didn't even see, you know. So a lot of my clients appreciate my aggressiveness because we got to get this done. The time is now.
That's cool. Yeah, like for knowing people like Ava DuVernay, Ryan Coogler, Will Packler, all, Spike Lee, Tyler Perry, all these black people involved in film and everything like that. They talk about the testimonies and the things that kept them afloat. It seemed like everybody reached the up and the down period, and now once they're up, they're up. What are some things that you've noticed have started working for you, like now that you've like become out there and everything like that?
So some things, staying consistent. You know, you got to stay consistent. You can't start and stop. You know, a lot of us, me included, I'll say that I want to do something and I forget about it, or I just plain out don't follow through with it. You know, I have to follow through. Follow through is like the number one key to success, I think, or number two at least, having faith, I guess. But not, I guess, having faith and then, definitely having faith and then following up, staying consistent. So that's definitely worked for me. And me telling myself, Kalina, you can do it. Even when I feel like I'm lying to myself, at least I'm telling myself that. Even if I feel like I'm lying, at least I'm telling myself that. One of my favorite she-rolls is Oprah, which I'm sure she's everybody's favorite probably. But it's really like her testimony when she auditioned for Sophia role in The Color Purple. The casting director told her they're looking for a real actress. They just had Alfre Woodard come in, and so we know Oprah used to be a little full figure, you know, back in the day, and so she had gone to a fat camp, and so what she said was that she had surrendered all. You know, she had really let go of everything, and she said, you know, whatever is for me is for me. That was her mantra at the time, and so she got in a call from Steven Spielberg or one of his associates, one of the two, and they said, you know, you got the role for Sophia, don't lose another pound. So she went and she said, you know, I went and got Dairy Queen, this, that, and the third. And I feel like that's for me too. Like, one of my most devastating stories, it was when I got fired from the Weather Channel headquarters in Atlanta because I worked so hard to get the job. When I got fired, I thought that I was a failure, but then I learned, it taught me a very valuable lesson. No one's a failure. No one is a failure, okay? You cannot personalize that feeling. It's a feeling. You know, everything has a lesson, a profitable lesson. You know, had I not gotten fired, I wouldn't be here right now. I would not have taken my goals as serious, and it helped to make me become self-validated. You know, that's another thing that really helped me now that I'm, you know, thriving the way I am. I self-validate me. I don't look for someone to say, great job, Kalina, you can do this. It's great when they do it. Then I love when people, you know, give me great applause and, you know, praise me, that's great. Excuse me. Praise me, that's great. But I have to validate me. So validate you.
Well, that makes me think, why does it seem like we seek others for validation or seek outside ourselves instead of like relying on ourselves for our own validation? It seems like we do that with college. We think we're validated once we get a degree.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's helpful, sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
Sometimes we think we're validated because we got a Grammy. We just gotta go there.
Right.
But it's like, why do we expect other people to acknowledge us when we don't acknowledge ourselves? And is it time for that to end?
Hell yeah, it's time for that to end. Hell yes. And you know what? Another thing that helped me out, you mentioned, you know, all these great filmmakers. My favorite filmmaker is Mara Brock Akil. She produced her and Kelsey Grammer produced Girlfriends. And had it not been for Girlfriends, those four beautiful, rebellious,
Maya, Lynn, Tony, Joan.
You know, just that black girl magic thriving.
William.
And William, I love William, you know. And it's like, when Maya became an author, a self-help author, when that genre was really emerging, and she had that book, Oh Hell Yes, you know, she quit her job, and I was just like, oh hell yes, you know, I wanted to look like Maya. I just love that whole cast, so that really did help me out. So going back to that point, it's what we see, and it's what we're programmed to. You know, people tell us, be a lawyer, be a doctor, be these things, instead of expanding their creativity and their imagination. So in my book, the letter I is for imagination. The letter I is for imagination.
Okay.
Because we have to imagine ourselves to what we want to be, you know. And so to answer your question, people are, you know, we're programmed to follow the status quo. We're programmed to think if somebody's not paying you, that you can't pay yourself. I just recently learned that I deserve to make a certain income, that it was okay for me to charge a certain thing. I always thought that I was supposed to be, honestly, poor. And I'll just be 100% honest. You know, and that was taught to us. And so we're breaking change. You know, we're breaking these curses and we're creating generational blessings. No more generational curses. We're creating generational blessings. So it's just something that once we recognize that the world wants us to go one way, we say, you know what do I want to do? Because God is going to ask me about me, not the world.
Right. Interesting. We talked a little bit about it earlier, like about you having a team and everything like that. You know me, I'm definitely with the CPNG. I'm definitely a big believer in like the mentor, work, entrepreneur, and also having like people under you too, like to teach and everything like that. Regarding, do you have any mentors right now?
Absolutely, yes. Okay. I have business coaches. So Michelle Snow, she's in the network.
Shout out Michelle Snow.
Yes, Michelle Snow is a great business coach that I work with. Like I said, just different people help me. Georgia Me, I work with her. I work with some writing coaches. One is named Raven. My mentor from college, Candace. So just different people, you know, and I also read a lot. You know, I read just about different people, and then their stories, their testimonies, their teachings help me, like Earl Nightingale, Napoleon Hill, Dennis Kimbrough, you know, people like that, Patrice Washington, Denise Leslie, people like that. When I read about them, I listen to them, and I apply it for my life, and that's mentorship.
Okay. So regarding your team, and of course you're a professional and everything like that, and people need as much professionalism and guidance as they can. From your experience and your value, your worth, and the things that you build up, what are some nuggets that you would produce into your team that will make their lives better?
Well, so I am growing a team now, so I'm so excited and so grateful for that. And you know what? Let me just touch on, I had to get to a certain mindset to believe that I deserved a team. I had to get off having a scarcity mindset to having a wealthy mindset, because one of my coaches pointed out to me that I have a scarcity mindset. I believe people can't afford me. I used to believe that. You know, so I have to expand to a wealthy mindset. That the right people will come to work with me, and I'll be a great fit for them too. So what I tell to my team is that believe in yourself. You know, believe in your ability to complete something with excellence. And if it's not well received, work until it is well received. I get edits all the time. People have edits. I didn't like this, Kalina. I didn't like how you said this. Can we change this? It doesn't mean that I failed. It doesn't mean they don't like it. It means they want it tailored. That's it. Nothing's perfect. But don't just believe in yourself, know yourself, affirm yourself. When you're writing it, when I write for my clients, I put in such a strong and affirming energy that they are going to love it and it's going to exceed their goals. So that's what I tell my team. Believe in yourself, know yourself, and believe in your ability to do this thing. You can do it. You will do it, and it's going to be excellent.
Okay. Let's deal a little bit with the topic of content. Of course, content is definitely relevant and things like that. What's like a missing element regarding content, like with writing? Like there are a lot of self-help books out. There are a lot of books that are, even some cookbooks and recipe books. It seems like everybody's trying to basically have like even autobiographies. But what's something that you notice is like missing from like the world of authorship, and what's like a gap that people can fill in?
Authenticity. You know, I think people think that they have to write on a certain subject that everyone's writing on. They have to do something that everyone's doing. Do what you want to do. You know, I wrote this book, and I wrote it to be a journal as well as a book, because I love journaling and I love reading. So that's how I wrote it. Be authentically you. I think that's missing. You know, and really sit down with yourself, by yourself, meditate, you know, if you want to call it that, and say, you know, what do I want my reader to get from this? What do I want my reader to feel while they're reading this? Why will they come back to me and refer their friends? Oprah said that when she read The Secret, no, it was The Color Purple. When she read The Color Purple, she went and got a copy for all of her friends. You know, that's how impactful it was. So what is the impact? And the way to feel that is to really talk about the framework and the goals. That's how you end that. So that's my opinion.
Well, that's cool. Let's see now. You have another book that's supposed to be coming about with an interesting title.
Yes.
What's the name of that book?
Get off your ass and succeed. ASS stands for assets. We all have assets within us. God did not make us as empty beings. We are fulfilled. The Most High Creator put everything we need to be successful and wealthy in our own rights. Get off your ass and succeed. Activate those assets that are within. Dropping some.
All right, no doubt. So let's talk about some of the things that you have planned for Pristine 2019.
Okay, Pristine 19. So March next month, I'm gonna have a brunch. I don't know where yet. I'm gonna have a brunch, just talking about business techniques. You know, telling people, affirming and reminding people that whatever they want to do, it's the time to do it. And it'll also be celebrating my 2-year anniversary of being a full-time entrepreneur. Nice. So I'm very grateful for that. It's not easy, and that's why I said PFCU is my favorite accountability partner. You know, Bank of America, deal with Wells Fargo, but you know, whatever, whoever your financial institution is, that's my accountability partner. So that's what I have going on. Also, I'm going to have the Demand Your Dollar seminar. So last time it was more of a vision board party. This time it's going to be a full-blown out workshop.
What's the date?
I don't have a date for it yet. Okay. It'll be in the fall, though.
Okay.
It'll be in the fall.
I just got to talk to them real quick. So what's up, guys? We about to wrap up this interview. Of course, I still got a few more questions for her. But one thing that's important, you guys can go on the actual CPNG page. Kalina was actually featured as the CPNG member of the day. So when it comes to that, you can check out everything that she did regarding that and things that she does. And she's going to tell you right now how you can find her on social media, her website. Her website is very well put together. She's going to tell you about who designed her book, and she's going to tell you about how she designed things for her website and so forth.
Absolutely. So I think another person who's in the group, I Am Posh Motivation. Miss Goodwin, Tawana, I think it's Tawana or Tajania, I'm not sure which pronunciation, but she designed my logo. I designed my website a month after I got fired from my previous job, and that month was crazy, you guys. It was March 2017, and it was forced resignation. I was working somewhere, and I was just done with it. So 2 days after I went and filed my LLC, that same year I went to Cuba. That same year I did my website. Like, I was not playing with my goals. It's like, when you get fired, it's a certain type of fire that goes under your ass. Like, you have to get up and work. So my website is Creative Scribes, and we'll write it down below, KREATIVE scribes.com. Instagram, Creative Scribes. You'll see me on Facebook, my name, and things like that. So I have, my book. So this book, again, the 2 or 3 days after I got fired, I was like, okay, what am I going to do in my life? What am I going to do right now to get money? I called a designer from Facebook. Her name is Kim Smith, and she is amazing. Her aesthetics are incomparable, okay? And so I called her, I said, how much would you charge me to design the book of affirmations? And she told me how much she would charge me. And I said, I don't have that right now, but I have $10, and I want to give you this $10 to secure my spot. And so she believed in me enough, and she accepted my $10. And she said, okay, we'll start this project. You know, thank you for being so persistent, you know, and locking in your spot, securing your spot. So I gave her $10 so I could lock in my spot to get this done. And so that's the thing. Don't think that people won't work with you. Don't think that people won't help you to achieve your goals. People want to see you win. People always talk about it's only haters out here. It is not. I don't know no haters. I don't. They can't penetrate me.
They say your haters are just confused fans.
Very confused. They bipolar. I don't know. Okay, get them some medicine. Okay, help them out. Because this person I met on Facebook, I just called her out the blue. Didn't know her at all. I said, I love your work. I can't afford you right now, but I will be able to soon. Can we work something out? Not with the budget. You know, I'll pay you what you ask me to pay you. We can work it out in a payment plan and increments. So you'll be surprised. This woman took $10 from me, and we got this book done.
Okay. Well, wrapping it up, we're just going to deal with the website. What are some things that they could find on your website?
You can find my writing profile, so you don't have to wonder if you'll like my writing style or not. You'll see it right on my website, so you know yes, I like the way she writes, or no, I do not. I don't want to hire her.
The proof is in the pudding.
The proof is in the pudding, right? It's right there on the website, the portfolio. You'll find testimonials, people who I've worked with to help them achieve their goals. You'll find my services, my authorship, my research papers, my business content, my marketing content, things like that. You'll find that on there. You'll find my mini biography, you know, where I'm from, things of that sort, what I like to do, and that's about it. It's the website.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we definitely had a powerful interview. You definitely, I already know that you were motivated. Thanks to everybody that tuned in. You definitely had a couple fans watching. Everybody that's motivated, definitely come check out these events that we talked about. Check her out. She is the CPNG member of the day back in October 11th. I boosted it up in the group so you guys can check out and see the things that we had. Let me just give you some background. This is how you know we're in Philly. It's the whole skyline. It's a pretty busy day.
And I love Philly. I love Philly. Philly is a gem. Actually moved to New York. And I still will move to New York at some point in life. But Philly is, Philly is good right now.
Okay. Well, signing off, thank you, Miss Kalina Harrison. We had a great interview. Guys, do not play around. Y'all know I don't play around. Make sure that you like, share this. Check her out for your views. You guys know that you need help writing. Even some of the best of us, there's all types of writing. There's technical writing. There's business writing. There's writing for blogs, journalism, all that type of stuff. It doesn't help to get a coach, it never hurts to have a second opinion. So go check her out. Check out her books. We already talked about them during the interview. And this is Lewis Jones III, host of the CPNG. Excellence is the minimum. Go.